that I'm better now. Let me refresh my laptop so I can see. I'm not going to hold my breath though, because it's hard telling. And no, it's not. I don't know why. Is it doing this? Other people are having problems with this too. I don't know what is going on, but it's not making me happy. And we may have to just go with what we have. And my laptop is being so slow. And I don't want it that way, so let's try it this way. And I don't know if my cord will reach. I'm not liking this, but I may not have a choice. And right now my cord's in the way because it's going the wrong orientation. So that's going to give me fits. Oh goodness. The joys of technology. Gotta love it. And it's not giving me a very good view. I'm hoping this doesn't shut my phone off by moving it. Let me unplug that a moment. I hate this for everybody. This is frustrating. So frustrating. Well, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I guess we're going to have to go with it or something. All right. So, as I said, I'm creating cards with Debbie is my Facebook page. And I'm on Facebook Live today with all these difficulties. Today is April 12th, 2023, and it's Wednesday. And if you want to shop with me, any things that I'm showing today or any supplies that you might be needing, you can shop in my online store at www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net. And the April host code is GECBARS3. And that's also in the description of the video today. Okay, so today is April 12th, so that means that we start a brand new paper pumpkin for the month of May. And it is called Create Outdoorsy Cards. I just got to kind of watch my laptop so I can make sure you're in full view here. Let me see. Trying to see. I'm thinking I probably need to block it off or something so I can tell where my orientation is. All right, this could come this way a little bit. And I'm just going to put my cardstock over here to show where the edge of my camera is showing. Oh goodness, this is so frustrating. If any other demonstrators might be watching this, reach out to me and give me some pointers on why our Facebook Lives are doing this, where we can't change our orientation like it's supposed to. It's supposed to be rotating, but it's not rotating. And I know I've got my phone on rotate, so I don't know what's going on. So anyway, May's Paper Pumpkin, you can subscribe until May 10th, and it's called Create Outdoorsy Cards. And it's going to include, it says Exploring in Color. Explore new 2023-2025 in colors with this month's kit. It says, say hello to mountain landscapes and new in colors. This month's kit features 9 outdoors themed cards in our new 2023 to 2025 in colors, plus exclusive free stickers. And you can add on after May 2nd to get a refill to this kit. And it says you could also win a $25 voucher good for in-color products in our in-color giveaway. It says, see the Paper Pumpkin Demonstrator connection. Or, just get in touch with me and I can give you details on that. Alright, so our kit includes, I'm just looking through my notes. I just printed these out today. Okay, it says about the kit. Exploring in Color. This kit includes all the supplies you need to create 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, plus 9 coordinating envelopes. A 7-piece all-occasion stamp set that celebrates good friends and great adventures. It includes 1 copper clay new in color classic Stampin' Spot. So that's a sneak peek of one of our new colors. Twine and die cut accents. Free stickers to put on your projects or anything you want. It would work on water bottles, laptops, coolers, and more. And the finished card sizes are 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. The coordinating Stampin' Up colors are boho blue. Now these are new colors. Boho blue, copper clay, and then Daffodil Delight is an old one. Moody Mauve is a new one. Mossy Meadow is an old one. And then we've got Pebbled Path and Wild Wheat that are new colors. So if you have any questions on that, just be sure you reach out to me. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. I've got a lot of things I need to go over here before we get started. So don't forget, we still have our 60% off last chance products going on until May 1st. And you can go shop it by store, and on the side there it'll show last chance products, and you can shop in there and get those items. Okay, my husband's just talking to me at the window here, trying to get me to come outside. I said, no, I'm busy. Okay, so we're saying goodbye to these retiring colors, which is Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Polished Pink, Pale Papaya. I can't read, those are kind of dim here, so let me pick that up a minute. I can't even read that. Mary Molo, Rich Raspberry, Pacific Point, Bermuda Bay, Mango Melody, Mint Macaron, Pear Pizzazz, Soft Suede, Sahara Sand, and So Saffron. So if you're needing any of these colors or ink refills, be sure that you get your order in ASAP, because the items are only available while supplies last. Alright. And we've still got our online exclusives going on. And these won't be in the catalogs, but they'll be exclusively just online. So go to my store and you can shop in the online exclusives, and then it'll bring up a list of different ones. They're going to add more to that each quarter, so it'll be changing up here pretty soon. Alright, I'm going to set those aside. And look at what I got in the mail yesterday. Our brand new annual catalog. It's May 2023 to April 2024. And let me see. I can't open it and show it to you, but I can show you the cover and the back. And so pretty. Look like the mailman scrunched me up a little bit right here. You got the corner of my catalog. So, lots of fun, lots of fun. And that'll start May 2nd. So, all new items. But don't forget about the ones that are retiring right now, because they're only while supplies last. Okay, so being that we've wasted a lot of time on our technical problems here, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And our first card is going to be a fun fold. And this is what it is. And that's one of the online exclusives, is this little rhino. It's called Rhino Ready. It's a stamp set. I'm making sure that it shows in the camera. And it did come with dies also, but the dies have sold out and they're not going to relinquish the supply. So, but the things are easy enough to cut out, so we're going to do that today. And I don't like the view of my things here today. I'm wondering, let me get a scrap paper up here so I can position it so I know where to put my supplies and everything at, so we'll be able to see. Just give me a moment to get this all lined up. I just hate this. And just got to come over some. Am I going the wrong direction? All right. So I'm going to get me some tape, and I'm going to tape that down so it doesn't move on me. And maybe we can keep things straight here halfway through this thing. So just a little tape right there. Okay, so like I said, it's Rhino Ready. That's one of the online exclusive stamp sets. And you'll have to go on to my store to be able to order that, because it's not going to be in any catalog at all. So let me move this out of the way. But here's the fun fold. It says, "You're stronger than you think." And then you open it up and it's got, I don't know if it's going to show it on the camera very well. It's kind of a flip out insert. Yeah, I guess it shows pretty good. So we're going to start with that because it might take a little time to do this one. So I want to make sure that we get it done and we're able to finish it. And I have 3 cards, but we may have to cut it down to 2 if we run out of time. So we'll just play it by ear and see what happens. Let me rearrange my things here. And my laptop keeps wanting to shut down on me, so I got to keep touching it. Alright, so we're going to be using black Memento ink. And we're going to do some stamping. Well, let's do the card first. Our card base measures 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and then it's scored in the middle at 5 1/2 inches. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold that, and we're going to burnish that edge really good. And we'll set that aside for a moment. And get my directions here. Alright, and get out all of our bits and pieces here. Being I'm not showing much of my tabletop, I guess I've got lots of room to work on. So, let me just set these aside and sort them out the way I need them. Okay, so we've got 2 basic white, and those measure 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches, and we need 2 of those. And then we've got 2 basic white squares. I know this doesn't show very good on the white. And we've got 2 squares of the basic white that are 2 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. So those will be for the inside of our card, but we need 2 of those and 2 of the larger white. 1 for the outside, 1 for the inside. So I'm going to just set these aside for a moment, see if I can lose them in the meantime. And then we've got our designer series paper. We've got a 6x6, and this comes from the Regency Park 6x6 package, and this is retiring too, so you want to take note of all these. If you're wanting any of these things, just be sure that you get your order in ASAP, because it's while supplies last and things are going fast. So this is called Regency Park 6x6 designer series paper, and it's got all different patterns here. I don't know if you can really see that on the camera that well. I set that aside. So we've got, like I said, I've got a 6x6 with this pattern, and then I've got another pattern that is 3.5 inches by 4 3/4 inches. So this is going to be for our front panel, and this is going to be for the inside. So I'm just going to set that aside for a moment. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this layer onto our larger basic white. And we're going to leave a border going all the way around it. And try to get it on there straight. And we'll go ahead and we'll attach that to our card front. And we'll have a fairly large border going all the way around it. Be sure when you come on that you comment and say hello. I forgot to mention that. I even forgot to introduce myself. I was so flustered. My name is Debbie Foster, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm located in the United States. So I want to welcome you to my page today, and I apologize for the orientation of the camera because it's giving me fits today, and it went turned horizontal instead of portrait. So I don't know what's happening with all that every week, so we're just going to go with it today and not worry about it. I know it makes me get frustrated and all flustered, but I'm going to try not to be. Alright, so we're going to take our scrap paper of our basic white, and we're going to do some stamping. We're going to be using this little guy, some grass. This little guy is going to be our front rhino. And then our sentiment that says, you're built tough and you're stronger than you think. So, I'm going to start with this little guy with the little bird on his back. And that's the one that's going to go on the front of our card. So I'm just using our black Memento ink, which is off to the side where you can't see it here. And we're going to stamp him. Oops, I guess I can put those back in my container. There we go. And then we're going to, that's all I've got to put on that one. I have a little strip of our basic white, which we're going to do our sentiment on. And I want to make sure I got the right side. And it says, you're stronger than you think. And I'm just going to stamp that on the center of our white strip. Alright, and I think this is probably like a 1/2 inch. And it doesn't matter on the length, we're going to cut that down. Alright, we're going to set that aside. And then we're going to come back in with our rhino. And this is going to be one of our inside ones. And I want to make sure that I'm stamping in the right way. So, and I'm just going to put him in an angle. Because it's going to sit like a triangle kind of thing. I was going to put grass under him, but I don't know. I guess I could put some grass around him. It's kind of plain without. So I'm just going to stamp a few sprigs of grass. Just kind of surround him. Alright, and we'll set that aside for a moment. And then we also have the top one, which we're going to stamp at an angle also, and that's going to say, "You're built tough." And that's going to go right in the center of this one. And I want to make sure that I've got it straight. Alright. Put all my stamps away so I don't touch them. Close up our ink pad. And I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to put this guy over here because we're going to do some coloring. I am quite a ways from my desktop, so this is going to be interesting to color. Making sure that you're in camera view. We're going to start with this little guy first, and I'm using the colors that I'm using in my blends. We're going to be using Daffodil Delight for the bird, and I'm going to use Balmy Blue for our rhino. I know it's kind of a weird color for a rhino, but I thought it matched my paper really good. So I'm going to start out with the dark Balmy Blue. Whoops, I pulled that one too hard. Pulled it right out of the chamber. And I'm using the fine tip, and I'm just going to outline him and do some shading. Am I still in the camera? Yeah. And I'm going to color his tail with the dark Balmy Blue. And his ears with the dark. And just kind of outline them with the dark color to be able to do some shading after I come back in with the light color. And I'm just kind of following the lines that the stamp has made to do my shading. And I'm also going to color his toenails with the dark Balmy Blue. I could have done them with the gray or something, but I kind of stuck with the blue. And then I'll come back with their light Balmy Blue. I'm going to use the brush tip. You'll color in a little bit faster than the fine tip does, so to kind of speed this up a little bit. I don't need to keep you here all day, I guess. What's everybody's weather like today? Ours in Arkansas is beautiful. I haven't been outside yet, but our temperatures are supposed to be really good today, up in the 70s, the upper 70s. So give us spring fever, definitely. All right. And I know the dyes are retired, or yeah, retired on this. They're not available anymore, but I'm going to go ahead and use mine to save time instead of fussy cutting. But this wouldn't be very difficult to fussy cut, so don't let that change your mind on getting the stamp set, because it's really cute. I've really enjoyed it so far. And we don't have very many animal stamp sets, so we got to keep what we got. All right, so we're going to set this little guy aside for a moment. Well, we still got to finish coloring him. So I'm going to do the bird with the Daffodil Delight, both light and dark. So I'm going to start with the dark. And I'm just going to kind of outline his wings and his tail feathers. And then come back in with the light. Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to do his beak with the pumpkin pie. And I think I'm using the light. Yes, it's the light pumpkin pie for his beak. And it's so tiny, so you just barely touch it. And we're going to do the rhino's horn with the ivory. All right. So we're going to set him aside, and we're going to go ahead and color our other rhino, so we'll be done with him too. And I'm going to do him also with the balmy blue. And in the same way, I'm going to do his ears with the dark. And this one I want to be a little bit more careful with, but it's not going to be cut out, so I don't want to mess him up. And again, I'm doing some shading. His tail with a dark balmy blue. And his toenails. All right. So has everybody had a good week? Mine has been okay. I've had some health issues this past week, so I'm trying to get healed from those. I wasn't even able to go to church Sunday for Easter Sunday. I wasn't feeling well, so I hated that I missed that. But I guess things like that do happen occasionally. All right, we're getting him done. Must be a boy because he's blue. Guess I could have done a pink rhino, and it would have been a girl. Oops, and I want to come back with that dark balmy blue, and I want to go around his horn there. I missed that. All right. And my ivory for his horn. So what colors are you going to hate see go that are retiring? We're losing a lot of them, but we've got a lot of new colors coming in too, so it's going to average out okay. All right, so I want to take my dark soft succulent and I want to color the grass. Be sure if you're watching the replay on YouTube later today that you subscribe to my channel and you'll be notified when I put up new videos. And I try to do one a week if everything goes well. And like I said, be sure you subscribe to my channel and be sure that you like and share the video. That's the same on Facebook also. I'd appreciate that. It brings me more viewers. And be sure you tell your friends and family about me and invite them to come join us. The more the merrier. It'd be fun to see everybody. Alright, I think I'm done with all the blends right now. So we're going to set this guy aside. I'm going to bring my boho blue mini cut and emboss machine. This was offered during Celebration, where you could buy it if you signed up as a demonstrator or hobbyist. And they were going to not bring it back, but they're saying now that you can purchase it if you sign up and purchase your starter kit for Stampin' Up, which is $99, and you pick out $125 worth of product, and you can purchase this as part of your kit. So, and then after they deplete that supply, after that's over with, then they'll think about maybe bringing it out for customers to buy. So, I've really enjoyed the boho blue machine. I've got the white also. But I like this boho blue. It's very pretty. Okay, so we're going to take our die, and what did I do with that? It's right here. And is this the one I want? Yeah, I already got my tape on it. I know you can't see me off camera here, but I'm going to go ahead and place my die over the image. And I'll get it taped down in place so it doesn't move on me. Because I sure don't want to have to do it all over again. I know you don't want to watch me do it all over again. Oops, and it did move on me a little bit. So I need to fix that. I probably should add 2 pieces of tape on it. And I've got one right here I can use to keep it in place. Alright, now we can run that through our machine. Cracking is normal, so don't let that scare you. Alright, so we're going to see, there he is, very cute. And I'm going to set that aside for a moment because I'm going to go ahead and die cut one more thing here. And that is our circle. Oops. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't have to. I'm thinking of another card that I got to use that on. Let me set boho blue aside here. I've die cut some vellums using these are the layering circle dies. And it's got the scalloped edge. So that's going to be on the front of our card. So let me put those aside. Got a magnetic bowl there. We're going to put that in so I don't lose it. Alright, so let's start assembling. Let's go ahead and finish the front of our card first. So I want to make sure that my card is going the right orientation, and that it is. So it's going to go like this. And we're going to put down our scalloped vellum circle where we want it. And I'm going to kind of place things to get an idea where to put things at. And I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm going to cut this off at an angle. And the same on the other side. Just kind of shorten it up a little bit. And, okay, so we're going to put our rhino up on dimensionals. I'm getting to the end of my sheet here, so we're going to be using some edges, it looks like. Don't throw the outside of your dimensionals away, because you can use them too just as well as you can the centers. And I kind of like them better because you can cut them to size if you want to. And a little one here for the horn. I think that'll fit on there. Yeah, just right. Get it sticky right there. Alright, so we're going to place this there, and I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the back side of that where my rhino is going to be sitting, and he'll hide that so it won't bother any. just a little bit, just hold it down. And all that'll be hidden by the rhino sitting on it. And I'm going to get my Take Your Pick tool to pop off the backs of these dimensionals. When you don't have fingernails, this is the best way to do it. And we're going to place our little rhino down on top of our vellum. And we're going to attach our greeting. And I think I'm going to trim this down a little bit. It's kind of wide. I want it skinnier. Not real straight, but it's not noticeable. So we're going to put our adhesive on the back, and I got quite a bit there. Came out a little fast on me. And we're just going to slip that under his foot there. Am I straight? I think I'm straight. All right. And then we have a little bow, but we're going to wait with that. We're going to go ahead and finish off our inside. And we're going to start out with our white layer. It's going to go down first on the inside. This is the other large white layer. And I'll have all these dimensions up on my blog later today. Hi Becky, glad you're able to be here. I'm still having technical problems, as you can see. I don't know what is going on. I know I've had a lot of other demonstrators are having the same problem with the orientation. I don't know what's going on. But I wish that it would stop it, because it's irritating me. How are you doing today? Okay, so I'm going to bring out our paper trimmer because we need to do some scoring on this 6x6 12 designer series paper. So I'm going to score it first. Let me get my dimensions here. Okay, so we're going to get our cutting blade out of the way so we don't have a mishap. And we're going to score it at 3 inches. And then we're going to turn it 90 degrees, and we're going to score it again at 3 inches. And then we're going to turn it at an angle, and we're going to line up our track with each point. And we're going to just score that straight across. And that's all we do with that. Let me put our paper trimmer away. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to reinforce all these score lines with my bone folder. I'm doing okay. I've had some health issues this week again. It's another bout of colitis that I've been dealing with. This is the 3rd time. And probably the last, I don't know, 9 months or so. So I'm getting real tired of it, I know. Okay, so we're going to fold those. But hopefully I can get some answers and we can get a diagnosis and get me on the right medicine to get me better. That's what my plan is. Go back and see my doctor Monday. So hopefully I'll have some answers. All right, and there should be another score. Isn't there? Yeah, there should be. Did I mess up here somewhere? There, 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 there. And it should be another one right there. Isn't there? Maybe it isn't. No, that's right. Okay. So it's only the one score there. So we're scoring at 3 inches, 3 inches, and then down the 1 center. And then just reinforce those score lines. And then we're going to come in with our card and open that up. And we're going to, let me see, how did I do this? Flat area, flat area. And these are going to fold inward. That's where I'm messing up here. So fold these inward. Well, feels like I'm all thumbs today. It's not cooperating with me. All right, like this. And then we're going to fold it so it closes. And bring our bone folder in again. Where did I put it? Okay, it's right there. We're going to grab this one and reinforce those again. And I want to make sure that it looks right. Okay, so we're going to take our flat surfaces. One's going to be glued to the top and one to the bottom here. And so we're going to fold that back in. And we're going to kind of place it on the center of our card. But I think I'm going to turn it over and do it this way. I like that fold better. Well, it's not laying flat like it's supposed to there. All right, that's better. All right, and I'm just going to use my regular adhesive. You could use tear and tape if you wanted to be a stronger fold, but I've found that the glue works fine. Oh, thank you, Becky. I appreciate that. We can never have too many prayers. Okay, so we're going to put that down and to stay there, and then we're going to add more glue to this layer, and we'll just close our front flap over the top of that to make it stick. And I'm just going to let that sit there for a moment and kind of press. All right, and then when you open it, it's like this. So I don't know if you can see that real well. All right, so we're going to let that sit a moment. And then we're going to take our bottom hippo and we're going to put that on the bottom portion here. But let me get my glue on there and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right. And we're just going to keep a small border going around. I don't know. I guess you're still in the camera view. I thought maybe I was blocking it. All right, so that goes on the bottom. And we're going to put You're Built Tough on the top. I love this fun fold. It's something different. It's so cute. Could be used with a lot of different stamp sets. Lots of ideas running through my head. All right, so okay, so there we have You're Stronger Than You Think with our little hippo on the outside and our little birdie. And then open it and it says You're Built Tough, and then our little hippo on the bottom. And you could sign your name down here if you wanted to, or you could put another white layer on the back and sign on the back. So either way. So I want to add a little bow to this. I'm going to bring out my bow jig and we're going to make a twine bow. And this is just a white twine that we have, and it's 10 inches long. I know, Becky, me too. You want to sit there and play with it all day. So I'm going to make a double bow with our white twine. And then we're going to attach that to the front of our card. So let me get this out of the way. Bring out some glue dots here. And take your pick tool, and I'm going to pick up a glue dot. Oops, he wanted to fall all apart. And we're just going to roll that in a tiny ball because I don't want it sticking out all over the place. And kind of judge where I want to put my bow at. And I don't know, maybe right there in the corner of our sentiment. You want to make sure you don't cover up your words. I've done that before. And I'm going to tuck that up underneath there a little bit better because it was wanting to stick out, the glue dot. And we're going to trim off our tails. We had a little extra there. All right, and I thought I had some rhinestones here. Maybe I stuck them somewhere else. There they are. So you're going to use the basic rhinestones. You could use anything you wanted to, but that's just what I grabbed for today. But I'm going to take a large rhinestone. I'm going to put it up in the middle of that top flower, and a medium one maybe right here in this flower, and then a small one we'll put, oh, where do we want to put him? Maybe right here. Okay, so here we have our rhino ready card, fun fold. You're stronger than you think. You're built tough. I think it's so cute. Yeah, thank you, Becky. I do too. I love this card. I made it yesterday for a team mystery stamping, and I thought, oh, I've got to do that for my live. I love this card. He's so cute. All right, and of course we can't let our envelopes be naked, so I'm going to decorate our envelope a little bit. So I just got one of our envelopes, and I've cut a piece of the designer series paper that's 2.5 inches by 6 inches, and I think I'm going to go with this one. I don't know. Do I have stripes on the inside? Either one would go. I think I'm going to stick with the flowers though. Do you like the stripes on the card or the flowers better? Which one do you think? I'll go with either side. I like both sides. It's hard to just decide. It'll give me time to catch my breath a little bit. Okay, flowers, stripes. Maybe the stripes? Yeah, I did the flowers on the card. I think so too. Let's go with the stripes. Good decision. Good choice. All right, so we're going to just open our flap here so we don't get glue all over everything. We're just going to go around the edge of the flap, envelope flap. And my glue is wanting to dry up there. I had the cap off too long. And make sure we get the stripes, not the flowers. And we're just going to butt that up against the seam of our envelope. And glue that down. I'll put the cap on my glue so it doesn't keep drawing the tip out. Alright, and then we're going to come back in with our paper snips, and we're just going to trim along our envelope flap. Very simple. And being that this paper is retiring, we need to use up our designer series paper instead of hoarding it like I do. I'm guilty. And use it instead of hoarding it. Alright, so there's our envelope. And you could also stamp a rhino on the front. In fact, let me do that. We'll add a little bit of bling to this, a pizzazz. Well, there's another one in here that's cuter. I'm going to use the one that's sitting down, this little guy. So then we'll be using all 3 of the rhinos on this project. And let me sneak this block. Let me see if I can do this without messing up too much. I didn't want to grab another block here. Alright, so we're going to just stamp him down in the bottom left corner. Yeah, I like that. What do you think? You're a paper hoarder too? Yeah. I think we all are. Sometimes the paper is so pretty you don't want to use it because you might need it later for something else and you don't want to run out. But there's one way to do that is to buy 2 packs at a time, and then we're more apt to use it more. Okay, so there's our card, and there's our envelope, and there's our card to go along with it. So fun. Alright, so we've got the fun fold out of the way, so now we can concentrate more time on the other cards. And I've got 2 more cards hoping to do. Let me get with this one. This is using our Friendly Gnomes dies, or a stamp set. And these are all going to be retiring. Well, this is retiring along with the paper. So spring is everywhere. And the paper that I used for this is, it's from the Country Floral Lane, the 12 by 12. And this is also going to be retiring. So I don't know if that's on sale or not. Let me look back and see. I know a lot of them they got marked down where you can get a discount. So I'm just looking in my book and taking a quick look. And this might be in, I think that's in the mini catalog. Let me bring that over here. Let me take a quick look and see. Nope, it's not marked down. It's just a regular price, but it is retiring, so you might want to grab that too before it's gone. So it says spring is everywhere. And here's my instructions. We'll get those out here. And I haven't put nothing on the inside yet, so I wasn't sure what to put in there yet. It says spring is everywhere. Friendly Gnomes. And let me bring out my supplies here and we'll get started. And I've got another envelope to decorate, so I put that in there too. And let me get all my bits and pieces going. I've got a dog over here snoring. I don't know if you can hear. All right, we're going to start out with our card base is our Balmy Blue. And it measures 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and it's scored in the middle at 5 1/2 inches. So we're just going to burnish that edge really good. And that's our inside for a card. Oops, grabbed the wrong one. All right, let me look at my card and get myself situated. I got myself confused. I think I cut one too many white. All right, so our designer series paper measures 4 1/8 inches by 5 3/8 inches. And then I've got the little flower side is 2 1/2 inches by 4 1/8 inches. I know on my original I used the gingham, but I didn't have any left. So I'm going to improvise and use the flowers instead. And then a strip of hearts and flowers is 13/16 by 4 1/8 inches, and that's going to be our bottom strip. So let's go ahead and we'll glue our designer series paper to our card front. And I love these bicycles on the back side too. They're really cute. It's always hard to decide which side of the designer series paper to use because usually they're both real cute on both sides. Makes decisions hard to make. Alright, so we're going to place this on our card front, leaving a small border going around. And here we go. And then we're going to add this. Alright, I'm going to kind of place that kind of centered in the middle. Maybe down just a little bit. Not quite centered in the middle. Alright, so we're going to set that aside for a moment. We're going to do some stamping. Well, is that no? Here's this piece of scrap paper. We'll use that. And I'm going to bring our baby blue bust over, and we're going to die cut a circle. Or did I do that already? No, I didn't. So I'm confused here. There we go. The circle comes from the Stylish Shapes and Dies, and I'm going to be using this one here with the little stitching. And I'm going to just snip this off of here and make sure that it fits through my machine. Kind of shaky today. I think my coffee's getting to me or something from this morning. It should have wore off by now. Or maybe I didn't have enough for lunch today or something. I don't know. Just one of those days. Alright, we'll set baby boho over there. And her plates. These plates. So here we have that. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and do our stamping. And let me bring my stamps over here. I'm going to have to bring baby boho over here pretty soon and die cut some things, but we're going to stamp those first. We got the little girl with the flowers on her beard. We're going to stamp her using our black memento ink. And I should have been using my cushion, but it looks pretty good. And then we're going to stamp our squirrel. And our bird. We may only get 2 cards in today. I'm not sure what the time's going to allow us today. But we'll play it by ear and see what happens. Alright, and we're going to set those aside and we're going to stamp on our circle. And first off, I want to put our sentiment at the top. And I think I'm going to bring my cushion over here. I want to make sure I get a good impression. And we're going to stamp that right in the upper center. Okay. And then we're going to stamp some flowers all along the bottom. And am I still in camera view? I guess I am. I'm kind of going to go off of the side of the paper. We're just going to alternate these a little bit. Alright, and I think I'm going to keep it as is. I think that's all the stamping we got to do. Now we just got to do some coloring. And of course I've got ink on my fingers. And I'll set that down there. Alright, and we're going to bring back those same blends. I'm going to use pretty much the same colors again as I did on the previous one. So we're going to, let's go ahead and get our sentiment one done first. We need the soft succulent and the daffodil delight. I think I'm missing a color. But we're going to improvise and we'll use the pumpkin pie instead for the centers of the flowers. My chair keeps moving away from me. You don't want to hear me fall on the floor here. Okay, so the stems of the flowers, we're going to use our soft succulent. And just going to color those in. And I'm not even going to use the light and the dark. I'm just going to use the dark to save a little time. Did you have a good Easter, Becky? Yeah, I was bummed that I was sick and wasn't able to go to church. But that happens, I guess. One of these days I'll get this all figured out and I'll be better. Alright, so let's turn this around. I've been dealing with a lot of stomach issues this past year, so hopefully I get them fixed pretty soon. I'm getting tired of it. Okay. Do you have any other friends and families that stamp? You could invite them to my Facebook Lives if they'd like. Okay, we got that finished, and we're going to come back in with our Daffodil Delight. We're going to start with the dark Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to put a little tiny shading where the little parts of the petals. I might go check out campgrounds tomorrow and see if we can't get some reservations made. My husband was in a car accident last year, so we never got to do any camping last summer or take our boat out or anything, so we got to make up for it this year. And we're going to come back with our light Daffodil Delight, and we're going to fill in those petals. I should have turned the air on. It's starting to get warm in here. I think we're going to reach about 77 today, or 79, something like that. What's your weather like today? I'm ready for the warm weather. I like warm weather better than the cold. It seems like the older I get, the less I can stand the cold. So I'm looking forward to summer. And that one right there. Did I get everybody? Nope, I forgot this little guy. Alright. And then I'm going to come back with the light pumpkin pie, and we're going to color the centers of our flowers. Oh, Becky, yeah, I'm sorry. I guess it could be worse, and I'm complaining about just some stomach issues. I hope you're in remission. Are you in remission now? Okay. I'm waiting for my pre-order to come in. I think it's supposed to be here Saturday for things out of the new catalog. I can't hardly wait. I can't wait to get started working with them and sharing them with everybody. Okay, so there's our sentiment part. We're going to put that up on dimensionals. And what did I do with my dimensionals? They're hiding on me. Yeah, there they are, up underneath everything, of course. And I'm just going to clip off these edges of my dimensionals so I can use them up. So don't throw them away. They're still good. They come in handy. And you can cut them down to size, whatever size you want too, so that makes it even better. And that should be good for now. So I'm just going to place some of those around. Whoops. I got dimensionals sticking to me all over the place here. I didn't want you. They're along for the ride, I guess. And I want to make sure I got enough on there where it's not going to sink in the middle. Nothing like having a sinking sentiment. Yeah, our weather's been windy too. The last few days it was pretty windy. It was real bad hair days. But today it's kind of calm out there. It's not bad. I might get a little time after I get done with the live and go sit outside for a while. Enjoy it. Alright, let me get those backings off. And we're going to attach that to the front of our card. And I'm going to center it up towards the top center because our images are going to go underneath here. I probably could have had more there. It's still kind of spongy there. All right, and now I want to take our layer of our, this is, what did I say that was? It was 13/16 inches by 4 1/8 inches, and we're going to place that along our bottom portion here. It's going to be our little portion that our gnome is going to be standing on. Oh, and I still got to color her yet. Yeah, I think we're only going to do 2 cards today. It's going to be getting too long otherwise. We'll save the other one for next week. All right, like so. And we'll set that aside, and we'll do some more coloring here. And we're going to do our squirrel using the smoky slate. And I had to buy a new package because I was out of the light smoky slate. So we're going to do the dark and the light. And outline them with the dark. We've had a lot of squirrels around our yard lately. And our dog, Cookie, she chases them. She loves going after them. She thinks she's really a squirrel dog, but she's not. Oh my gosh, Becky, I'll have to add you to my prayers. Wow. Yeah, God is still good, even in times like that. Yeah, I wish the best for you, and I'll keep you in my prayers, and I'll add you to our Sunday school prayer list. We can never have too many prayers going on, so if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, I'll keep you in my thoughts and prayers, so. There's so much of that anymore. You're hearing different people are with cancer. I don't know. I think sometimes I wonder if it ain't in our food supply. You're very welcome, Becky. I know I appreciate all I get, so I want to return it to others that may be in need. Okay, so we've got our squirrel. Let's do our bird, and that's going to be our Daffodil Delights again, the dark and the light. And we're going to start out with the dark and kind of highlight different areas. And come back with the light. I'm coloring them upside down. So it's not the camera, it's me. I'm upside down. All right. And then we're going to do the balmy blue for our little gnome girl. We're going to do the hat with the dark outline a little bit to highlight and do some shading. And I've got noisy trucks going by. I don't know if my phone is picking it up or if you're able to hear it. used to be years ago, we're on a highway, but it used to be a country road, so it was never that much traffic, but boy, has it changed in the last few years. Breast cancer, yeah. I have a good friend that had breast cancer, I think about 6 years ago, but she's in remission. And birth control is bad. I had a cousin that she had a stroke, so she lost all of her speech and everything. So, yeah, who would have thought that something like that would cause so much problems? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to color her hat in with the light balmy blue. And it doesn't seem like it's, maybe I need a new Stampin' blend because it doesn't seem like it's coloring that good. I have to keep going over it again. It could be running low. I've used this one all the time. Alright, and I'm going to come back with the dark balmy blue, and I'm going to color her mittens, her hands. I'm thinking they're mittens. They look like mittens to me. And maybe we'll give her blue shoes too. Why not? And her little dress is going to be soft succulent, the dark. And I've got to make sure I don't color the beard. It's kind of confusing here when it's all together there. It kind of looks like it all blends together. Alright, so here's the dress parts. I never used to like gnomes, but I'm kind of like these because they're the cute kind of gnomes. They're not the creepy looking ones. But they're going to be retiring, so, and there's no new ones coming out in the new catalog, so I'm going to kind of miss them. Now that I've started liking them, they're going to take them away from me. Alright, did I miss any of her dress there? No, I think I got it. And I'm going to come back in with our light, just the light, that's the dark. We need the light smoky slate to do the beard. And I gotta kind of watch there so I don't go up into the face with the smoky slate, just the beard. Becky, if you wouldn't mind, private message me and give me your address, and I'd love to send you a card. I know we make all these cards, we need to be sending them out, but if you wouldn't mind. Oh, thank you, Becky. I'm glad you enjoy my cards. Yeah, it's my therapy too. I have a little sign in my room, my craft room here, and it says, "This is my happy place," and it really is to be in my craft room. So I'm using the ivory to do her face and her nose. Oops, I think I had part of the beard there. Yeah, so we're going to come back in with our gray and finish that up. Missed a little spot there on her beard. And just this side corner here. Alright, and I forgot to finish her shoes. And I want the light balmy blue for the tops of her shoes, and the soles are the dark balmy blue. Alright, and let's give her a blue eye. Alright, and we need to do those flowers. And again, we'll start with the dark Daffodil Delight. Oh, and I gotta finish the bird's beak there. I didn't do that. Alright, and the light Daffodil Delight for the petals of the flowers. I sure wish I could figure out this orientation for my lives, because I don't like this view. It kind of puts me all cramped up in one spot here, instead of going horizontal. Alright, let's get that bird beak colored in there. And I think that's all the coloring we've got. So we're going to bring our boho blue baby over here, and we're going to die cut. So let me cut this down to size so it'll all fit on there at one time. And the dies are, where did I put the dies? Right there in front of me. They tipped over and I couldn't see them. So here's the dies. I don't think they're available anymore. So, but I'm going to cheat a little bit today and I'm going to use them. With any of these images, you could just fussy cut them. It wouldn't be a problem. But I'm going to die cut them. Be a little bit quicker. Alright, and then I thought we had a bird die. Or a squirrel. No, so I do have to do some fussy cutting. Okay. It doesn't have the dies for the bird and the squirrel. I just dropped a die there I had to pick up. So we're going to go ahead and run her through real quick, and then we'll come back and fussy cut the other two images, which they shouldn't take very long. Alright. And set those aside. Throw my die and my magnetic ball that I remembered to use today. Alright, so here's our little gnome girl, and let's go ahead and put, well, we'll go ahead and die cut these first, and then we'll come back with the dimensionals and get those going. So, and I always leave a little bit of white border going around my image, instead of going right up against the black line. That way, if you don't cut it straight, it doesn't show that much, usually. Don't cut the little guy's ear off now. Or his leg, arm. Alright. And then our little bird. Alright, today is my brother's birthday. He's my baby brother. He's the same age as my youngest daughter, so it's kind of weird calling him a brother. And My daughter is the same age. Well, she's 6 months younger than he is. So that's the only one I have. Just one brother, no sisters. All right, so now we're going to place our little bird. We're not putting her on dimensionals. We're just going to stick her right on the top with our sentiment up there. And I'm just going to use a little bit of our liquid adhesive, our Tombow glue, or some call it the green glue. It's my favorite adhesive, so it's what I always turn to. I'm just going to, whoops, don't go sideways on me. I'm going to place you right there. And then I'm going to turn those over and I'm going to put dimensionals on the backs. So I may end up using all my dimensionals on my sheet today. Okay, oops. I'm going to get my take your pick tool to grab those off of there faster and easier. Oops, that left the paper on the back. All right, so we're going to place you at an angle. Okay, we're getting there. Oops, that stuck to my table. Come here. And we're going to put one more in the center. And we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our squirrel. And I think probably 2 will take care of that one. And see, I've got just a couple little spots of dimensionals left, so that's good. I can open a new sheet next time. And we're going to take off dimensional backings. And we're going to place her down here. And our little squirrel's going to go beside him, beside her. And right about there. He's playing in the flowers. And then I've already tied a double bow using the white twine. So we're going to use a mini glue dot. And I'm going to roll that again in a ball. So you have an uncle that's 3 days older than you are, Becky? Yeah? Yeah, it's kind of weird. All those years, I was the only child, and then all of a sudden, when I was carrying my second child, then I ended up with a baby brother, so it was kind of weird. My parents had sold their house and thought they'd... Okay, I'm back. I guess my phone was overheating, so Facebook shut it down. That's a weird thing that's happening. That's never happened to me before. I don't think my phone is overheating. So anyway, I hope you're still here. And let me give a moment for everybody to get back here. I'm just doing a refresh and see if I can bring it back up again. Goodness. Now my laptop isn't doing anything. Hold on a second. I may have to just call it quits for today. And nothing is working. Oh, this is weird. That won't even move from me. Yeah, Becky, now I can't even get you up on my laptop. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this card, and then we'll call it quits for today. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it was telling me that my phone was overheating, so Facebook was shutting me down. So I don't know. Crazy day. I don't know. Maybe there's something in the air. Who knows? Okay, so here's our inside of our card. I've got our basic white, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and then I have a strip of that same designer series paper that measures 13/16 inches by I know I wasn't going to use that. I was switching it out. I was going to use a longer strip. I was going to use the same as what this background is. So that is 5 1/4 inches, and it's a 1/2 inch. I guess I had an extra one of that other one just in case I messed it up. So I'm just going to add our adhesive to this back of that, and we're going to put that along the edge of our inside portion. Okay, glad you're back, Becky. I don't know, this modern technology stuff, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good. So I got that a little bit longer, so I'm going to trim off that excess, and we're going to put some glue on the back of that and put it inside of our card. And like I said, I didn't write any sentiment, stamp any sentiment on the inside, so I think I might leave it blank, and I might just leave it to write a note or something. That way it's kind of generic and it can be used for anything. So let's get that sort of centered. My husband's back in the house again. You probably hear his phone. I guess he got tired of being outside. All right, so that's the inside. Here's the outside. And I think I'm looking over it to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I got everything on there. So okay, so here's our finished card. Spring is everywhere, and that was using the Friendly Gnome stamp set. And let me bring our cute fun fold over here, and I just want to make sure I can fit everything in the camera, so I'm going to have to stand up here because I can't get it to come back on my laptop again for some reason. I guess it did shut me down. So there's the envelope for this fun fold, and so I'm going to sit and play with that fold all day. Open it and close it. So there's our 2 cards for today, and yeah, Becky, it's as old dogs can't teach new tricks. I don't know a lot of things I don't understand, but I'm struggling through it. I'm getting better than I used to be, but still there's a lot of stuff I don't know. Okay, so there's our 2 cards for today. I'm glad that you're here with me today, and if you're watching it on replay, be sure you like and share the video. And if you're watching it on YouTube later today, when I download this video to YouTube, you can hit the subscribe button, and I think there's a like and a share button on there also. I'd really appreciate it if you did that. So I want to let you go today, and like I said, I'm thanking you for being here. And I'll be back next Wednesday, which will be April 19th at 1 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 12 o'clock Mountain, and 11 o'clock Pacific time. I think I got those time zones right. So until then, you have a wonderful, blessed week. And Becky, be sure you do private message me and give me your address, and I'll be glad to send you out a card. So until next week, y'all have a good week. Thank you for being here, and bye-bye.